Hello. So, on the recent Source Eternal post, we have received a couple of requests asking for further details or further clarification. So, we would very much like to oblige. The post goes like this: a person who accepts limitless responsibility also becomes available to limitless freedom. Now, the matter of contention here has been towards when does one accept more responsibility? Because in the usual workings of the world or the society or our usual jobs, what is seen is that a person who is willing to take more responsibility, a person even in our homes who wants to do more work, is eventually given more responsibility but without any reward. It becomes so bad that the situation is one of exploitation, where when someone is doing something, it is considered or taken for granted that they are doing it, and others try to slack off it. They use this very tendency of someone to benefit for themselves instead of taking it as a positive measure to improve things for everyone. Now, when we are talking about the responsibility over here, the limitless responsibility which one is said to take, it does not relate to any of the normal or the casual or the core, the chores that we do. The responsibility of them is not what is being talked about. What is being talked about is one's higher responsibility, one's eternal responsibility. What is it that you see yourself in the world as? And when you observe or you understand and you see the problems or the issues that face you or the people around you, addressing them, taking everything as a possibility to be improved, is what this infinite possibility or responsibility is addressed towards. How can someone become so sensitive that they are able to see the problems that arise in the world at large? The problem with us is that we, in our limited lives, our day-to-day workings, we are very much afar from the real problems of the world. We think that our own means, if they are taken care of, it will be great. Or if we ourselves become millionaires or billionaires, that will be the solution to every damn answer, every damn question. That is the answer for it. Yet, when we live with such a narrow mindset, we find ourselves being fogged or clouded, or we also do not achieve that kind of a success which we want, even in terms of monetary, even in terms of relationships. We often find these things to be lacking too. So our situation becomes one of na ghar ka na ghat ka, where we see that we are not able to take care of our limited problems, nor are we able to be of any service to the society at large. Now, when a person sees that this small tasks or my own things are the ones that I have to take care of, the only responsibility that you have is towards your family or towards your kind or your clan or your religion, then you try to blur out the happenings of the others. And by doing so, by not exploring, by not researching why the other person behaves in a certain way, what is humanity, what are the subjects of humanities that people research on so much, why is it important, because it gives you a sense of the psychology of the others, where their where their behaviors are coming from, what their traditions or their culture entail. And that is why so much of focus has been given to these sciences. That is why people like to learn about culture, about traditions, because they hold footprints of our common history. And as it is said, the common quote, that history repeats itself. So it is by virtue of the human mind or the psychology, to a good extent, being same or quite similar in each one of us, is what makes us human. And at the same time, the study of it will lead you to unlock a lot of answers, not about some random civilization which existed maybe in the 10th or the 1st century. Rather, it will unlock the jewels that your own mind has. We shy away from understanding or taking a look at the other's perspective because we think that it will dilute our own cause. It will stop us from going towards our own goals with the same speed that we want to. But this indifference, this narrow attitude in itself, which is causing our suffering. We do not understand many things, and that is the reason for our demise, for our being stuck in the same place. A broadening of vision is something which is very important, and this is what this limitless responsibility is hinting at. When you look from a broader lens, many wise men, many saints have said that सबका भला हो, सबका मंगल हो. These are certain sayings from Lord Buddha as well. There used to be a Meteya, which means that you have to be a friend. You have to have that Shubh Bhav, that positive intent towards everyone. That sabka bhala ho, let be good to everyone, and let everyone be happy. And in this, one has found that when one explores, when one sees themselves, when one sees the world, they understand very clearly that that is the way one can be really joyful, and that is the wish one needs to ask. And this is what this responsibility you have. And this responsibility, you might think, is that I am taking a responsibility of so many others. But in reality, this is the real responsibility that you hold towards yourself. Because considering the world as a mirror of your own consciousness, only then will you be able to see what jewels are lying hidden within you. So when your parent or your employer or your partner tells you to do something, limitless responsibility does not mean following it blindly, but rather to see that action with having the lens or having the broader picture of humanity at large, as to what are you doing, what are you achieving out of your actions. Are your actions really bringing gratification only to one person or 4 people or a company at max? Or is it something that is going to become a seed for growth, happiness, joy for the larger cause? And when you see that this is happening through your actions, you will also resonate with it in a level that it is growing something in you too. And going towards that could be either you do the action and then you see that it is doing something great for yourself, it is growing you, or you directly go towards the thing that has been already proven through your existing viveka, through your own discretion, because you are not unaware of the tasks which have been beneficial to you, or you have understood them as to be enriching. It could be sharing your art, it could be indulging in something creative, or it could be doing the smallest of the core that you do in a very beautiful way. So it could be any of it, and your approach could be differing as well. But this perception of having a limitless responsibility will make you question your actions, and that's why it has been said in the quote that a person who accepts this limitless responsibility also becomes available to the limitless freedom. Because if you are granting freedom to someone else, if you are doing your responsibility with a positive intent, if you have put in so much of understanding in your tasks, it is not going to stay unrewarded for a long period of time. Eventually, you do get rewarded. Even at times when you think you are being punished, you are being taken apart away from things that matter to you. If you feel that you are doing something for a larger responsibility, it is not really taking you apart. It is actually bringing you together to where you really have to be. And that is the gift of limitless freedom and joy that will come to you. I hope I've been able to explain this concept. Thank you.